Clic. Mao. Ça tue, ça blesse, ça flingue. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Mao. Gazo. Clic.
Hey collective, I am back with another energy update. I got some time for your ass, right? No, I made a I feel like, I have to give the message when I can, and when it feels significant, right? So again, we're going to jump into this reading. This is a quick energy update for all my people in the ethers, okay? If this resonates with you, take it for yourself. And if it doesn't, share it with someone else. All right, let's get a 12-card reading. What's the message for the collective? You have the Eight of Swords. Someone is stuck in their head, right? You need to get out of your head. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So you could be stuck in your head about a family dynamic, some sort of legacy, what you're going to leave to your children, if you have children, or to your family. The Five of Wands is here. There's a lot of bickering, arguments. For some, even jealousy within the family dynamic, whether you see it or not. It's just a lot of bullshit going around. It's a lot of bullshit within this family dynamic that you're trying to create here. This legacy. But I'm going to pull the cards and then I'm going to get right into it. Look, you got the Five of Cups. That's loss, grief, disappointment. Let's see what's going on with my collective. What the hell? And this is all around your family situation. There was lies and betrayal here with the Seven of Swords. Someone thought they had you, and they kept you in a Nine of Swords. You're stressed out about this. Let me find, are you not happy in your family life situation? This marriage that you're in? Or, whoo, the Four of Wands. Or you feeling like you could be happy if certain people wasn't involved. Maybe there's too much people in your business. The Knight of Wands is out here. Someone who's impulsive, immature, hot-tempered, right? Someone who, I feel like throwing gas to the fire already. But it's around your family dynamic. So I don't know if there's somebody in your family, in your person's family, but someone is creating some turmoil, and for whatever reason, it got you in your head. Possibly you feel like someone is teaming up against you with this. They're watching you. Here's the Page of Swords. Someone, I feel like there's different meanings with the Page of Swords. Someone who's immature is watching you. Someone who's gossiping about you. They're throwing shit on your name. And again, the Nine of Swords. Some of you are feeling anxious, right? Depressed behind this situation, behind the family dynamic. Is this a fake ass family dynamic that you got yourself into and now you can't get out of? Okay, did I really just laugh at that? I wasn't supposed to. But I'm feeling, yeah, here's the Queen of Pentacles. As the reader, this is Taurus energy. You could be a Taurus. The person that you're with could be a Taurus. Five of Cups. I don't even understand how anyone could just misuse the Queen of Pentacles. However, the Queen of Pentacles is falling into this shit. So when the Queen of Pentacles, although I'm a Taurus, right, guys? So, I'm 10 toes down here. But when it's aligned with the bullshit, the Queen of Pentacles and in a terrible situation, someone who's obnoxious, someone who's a perfectionist, someone who's just greedy, money hungry, self-centered. Let's see if that's the energy. The Nine of Pentacles. So All right, we're going to jump into this reading because this seems very interesting. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is equal give and take, right? It's reciprocity, and it's in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you feel that you're in a dynamic. You're stuck in, number one. Someone is not working with you, number two. You're feeling left out in the cold, number three. You're disappointed. You're blinded by love, but yet you feel a sense of loss and grief in a family dynamic that is supposed to had brought you some sort of success, but you were lied to. So we're going to jump right in it. The Page of Pentacles is even out here at the bottom of the deck, and it's in reverse. Okay, let's jump into this reading, guys. So collective, your first card out is the Eight of Swords, right? You have, I'm going to just reiterate real quick. You have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. And the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Swords being out here, collective, yeah, I feel that somebody here feels stuck. This is why for some of you there's a lack of communication. For others of you there's distance, right? I feel like someone is not on the same page with you, and this is because this person is stuck in their head, okay? The Eight of Swords says you or this person is kind of in a mental prison. I have to command you come out of your head. All right? You're in a mental prison. You're wanting love. You're wanting stability, but you're trapped by fear, pride, or possibly some sort of indecision here. I feel like if this is your person and you feel like this is the person that's on your mind, this is how they're conducting themselves, kind of like very standoffish, hot and cold, in and out. I feel like this person, they can break free from that energy, but collective, they don't see how. Or this is you. You don't see how to get out of this space, right? You're in this constant loop, this constant daydream, this it's almost like they've built walls around themselves, right? And now they don't know how to open the gate, if that makes sense, right? So they spent all this time building up these boundaries, putting people in their places, and now, bam, here comes love. And they're sitting there like, what the fuck do I do? How do I talk to her? How do I talk to him? How do I act? How do I behave? What if they don't like me? It's 8 swords. So the 8 swords, each sword represent a fear, represent an anxiety, represent some form of depression, some form of rejection, and is near the Ten of Pentacles, right? So I feel like for some of you, this is probably what was installed in your person, maybe at a young age, right? Maybe they were told, not to share emotions. Maybe they were told they weren't taught how to love a person. They never saw that, right? If this is a family dynamic, maybe they grew up in a single household. That energy where it's every man for itself. For some of you, I have to say that they're trapped by religion, possibly, or maybe trapped by their culture, if that makes sense. Maybe for some of you, their family don't agree with the relationship between you two. Seems to be opposites. But this person is just stuck in their head, and it's self-imposed. I don't think it's anything that you're doing, collective. I think that it's the pressure this person is putting on them about this Ten of Pentacles here, this family dynamic. Either someone is in a family dynamic and really don't want to be in this family dynamic, or this person here have serious trust issues. Okay, so like I said, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, it shows me what's at stake here. If this person walk away, right? Long-term stability, family, energy, generational wealth, vibes. But is it really that, though? Or is it just something that you're stuck in? I feel like your person sees you as the one, right? The partner they could build a whole life with. But here's the problem. The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands indicates drama, competition, conflict. There could have been some outside interference. Maybe this person's family didn't really care for you. Maybe you didn't care for the person's family. You found them to be very needy, very intrusive, disrespectful. Some of the men or the women within the family created some competition. Or this person is trying to create some sort of competition. It's some sort of weird energy here. I feel like there's a lot of ego battles going on. Just constant disagreement, right? You guys are not on the same page about however this family dynamic should go. I feel like this whole Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords energy, it kept you two from flowing smoothly. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for that. Something just told me, but you knew that, though. I feel like you knew it and you ignored the red flags and you decided to go towards the Ten of Pentacles anyway. You should never go against your gut. You know what they say? Never go against the family. You should have never went against your gut. I don't care how scared you were. Some of you were just in this situation because you were scared of being alone, being scared of being labeled, possibly. For some of you, this have to do with age. So now you got yourself trapped in a situation that you're unhappy with. It's nothing but, I feel like it's just unrest, right? There's no peace here right now, okay? And it's around your Ten of Pentacles. It's around everything that you built, everything that you wanted, everything that you worked for. You're mad at the rest of the world, but you invested in the wrong person. I don't think that's the world's fault. That was you making a bad decision. Out of desperation, scarcity. For some of you financially, you chose the wrong person. So you get what you paid for, and you paid nothing. So now guess what? You get nothing. I'm just saying, I don't know who needed to hear that. But, and you have, like I said, the Five of Cups is out here, right? So the Five of Cups, that's regret. That's sadness. That's somebody looking back at what they lost or almost lost. They're focused on the spilled cups instead of what could still be saved in a situation. But I feel like a lot of you given up. This is giving heavy. Somebody wants to come in, right? Somebody wants to come in and somebody wants to apologize for how they treated you, how they misjudged you. They listen to the lies or spreaded lies about you. This is giving me heavy apology energy, right? That kind of energy where you're saying, I know I messed up. I wish I could undo what I've done. This could be you feeling this way, collective. Then you have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords come in. It's deception. It's sneaky energy. It's avoiding. Avoiding responsibilities, right? For some of you, I feel like this person wasn't fully honest in the past. Whoever got you tripped the fuck up, stuck. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I say this respectfully to everyone, male or female. The choice you made was so fucking basic. It was beneath you. And I'm not trying to say it like to put you on some pedestal. I mean, you outgrown the energy that you decided to stay with. You outgrown that energy. But because you have a level of fear, you have a level of fear of a person that could possibly match your energy, you would rather settle for someone who is beneath your energy. And I'm not saying they're like a peasant. You know, we're all on different spiritual journeys, and there are certain people that just have to catch up, right? So maybe your person wasn't there when you were, okay? And you settled for that because I felt like it was less effort, wasn't that much energy. You were in control of the situation instead of choosing the person that matched your energy. Because a person that's matching your energy, they're not there to hurt you. They're there to empower you, right? They're there to make you a better person, spiritually, physically, mentally, whatever the case is. But I feel like for some of you, you decided to stay with a basic ass person. Real basic. Real fucking basic. You know, that person that's always complaining that they hurt and they can't get up and clean because they're tired or they're sick, or, you know, the person that can't multitask, can't keep a job. You know, that fake ass energy. The most they can give you to keep you interested is drama. And for some of you, maybe sex, but they got you stuck in a family dynamic. For some of you, you're raising their children that's not even yours. They got you trapped. That's not for all of you, right? So don't get your panties in a bunch. But the Seven of Swords being out here, that's lies. That's half truths, right? Someone is withholding emotions from you. And it's created by this. I feel like this is ever since the sandbox. Maybe they liked someone and they asked the person in the sandbox if the person likes them, and the person said no, and it scarred your person for life. I don't know why this person or anyone would choose to stay in a situation where they're unhappy and not go towards happiness just out of comfortability. I don't know how that shit makes sense, but you know, who am I? Who gives a fuck, right? I feel like what's hidden from you, collective, is this person, whoever's on your mind, whoever, you know, this reading is resonating with, they know this. And they know you know this. I feel like this person, with the energy that's here, it's all over the place, but it's still like flows, like they're in regret. You know, you might hear from them and they might say, I wish I would have met you first, or, you know, things like that. Maybe. For some of you, that was very specific. I don't know who needed to hear that. For others of you, they regret it. They regret it. I feel like this person is so fucked up with whatever fake ass family dynamic that they got going on, that they're so unhappy with, because this is just clearer right here. And I feel like whatever they did to you based off of their fear, based off of, I feel like for a lot of you, they also treated you as an option. You felt like this person treated you as an option. But I also feel like this person treated you like everyone else, everybody else that they treated. So to me, this person didn't really learn a lesson, a life lesson. They haven't grown up yet. I'm not going to say grown up because maybe that might be insulting to some of you. I don't know. But I'm not going to say you're immature because, again, everybody's on a different timeline. But I feel like this person is just in some form of heavy regret, and they're looking at you now. They're looking at your energy. They're looking at what they see in you, what they want. But maybe they're stuck in a situation and they can't move forward, right? I don't know. For some of you, I'm feeling like a lot of pain here. This person is feeling like, will you ever trust me again? Maybe you caught this person up in a lie. For some of you, you actually physically caught this person in another third-party situation. Or I just feel like this person they didn't really prioritize the situation between you and them, the relationship between you and them. And it's because there's things that has to get cleared out the way. Whether for some of you, this is family dynamic where this person is, they're not outgrowing. How could you outgrow your family, but you're no longer listening, right? You're following your own path. And then for some of you, this is a third party situation. This person created love or family elsewhere, and you're stuck in their triangle here. But this person is constantly thinking about you. They're in full regret about you. For some of you, you could have felt like this person is a player. But it's like the energy flip-flops, right? You feel like because there's probably a no contact, this person is in their head. They got to clear out other energy. So you might not be their priority right now. Okay, that doesn't mean that this person is not thinking about you. That doesn't mean that you might have a stand-up person who's trying to clear out one situation before they start another one. But they hold you in some sort of regard here. They see you as family here. They see this life built with you. I feel like they're scared to approach you because they think that you won't trust them. Because for some of you, they lied. The Four of Wands shows they don't want stability with you. Union, commitment, reconciliation for some of you, right? For some of you, this is what it shows. It shows that they're breaking away. They found happiness elsewhere. Or to me, I feel like your situation has to do with divine timing. And right now is not the time. Maybe your person feel like they got a lot on their plate. But the Knight of Wands says, because you have the Knight of Wands here. So as a reader, the Knight of Wands says they've been in and out, right? Inconsistent. For a lot of you, this person's been hot and cold, inconsistent. They're passion driven, right? One minute they're, I hate to use the word love bomb, but one minute they're constantly texting, talking, calling. But this is not a steady energy. And for some of you, I feel like you can't trust this person. For a lot of you, you could be in the Eight of Swords. You're feeling the Seven of Swords, betrayed, right? Maybe this person presented one way to you and they're showing up in a different energy. You are dealing with someone who comes in hot, right? But they struggle to stay grounded. For some of you, this person could ride a motorcycle. I don't know. I know that's specific, but just throwing that out there. You have the Three of Pentacles, right? With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like there is a desire to rebuild, right? To actually collaborate and work together this time. But the Page of Swords says they're watching you heavy. There's no action right now. They're just watching you. They're checking your social media. They're curious what you're doing. Maybe even nervous about how to approach you. They're watching you, trying to learn you so they can see how they can come in. I feel like this person, they may not be saying much, but trust me, they're keeping tabs on you, collective. The Nine of Swords it shows their guilt, their sleepless nights, anxiety, overthinking. This person knows who you are to them. To them, you feel like home. You're the Four of Wands. You're the Ten of Pentacles, possibly. But the Nine of Swords, they're having sleepless nights. They replay what they said to you. They're constantly looking at your text messages. They're trying to find subliminal messages in the things you're posting. Maybe they feel like a lot of the stuff that you're posting has to do with them and blah, 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 blah. This person, they know they caused this separation. They know they created this energy that's between you two now. They know they did. For some, this person suffers in silence, never admitting just how much they regret what they've done. They regret being closed off. For some of you, they regret not putting in the effort. They regret not telling you how much you meant to them. The Queen of Pentacles is here. I feel like that's your energy, collective. Right? Someone who's stable, nurturing, grounded, the one who held it all together. This person with the Queen of Pentacles being out here, collective, this person, they see your worth. They know who you are to them. I feel like you guys' souls recognize each other. Like you feel like home to them. I don't know about this whole love at first sight, but there was kind of like a familiarity, right? When you guys connected, met each other, whatever. I feel like they know you don't need them. And for some, that could be an ego, that can fuck with someone's ego. The fact that you don't need them. But I don't think that you don't need them in a bad way. I think that you don't need them because you're the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you're already nurturing, you're already loving. You're about your fucking stability, your security. So instead of this person appreciating that, instead of this person celebrating that, they feel kind of maybe rejected. See, what people don't know about the Queen of Pentacles is you don't know what she or he had to go through to get to that part in their life where they're appreciative of where they are, of their abundance. So what you see is on the physical, what you see is something surface. But if this person told you their story, you would probably see them totally different. I feel like you were the prize. And being the Queen of Pentacles, you still are. And yet, the Five of Pentacles. This speaks again to their ego, right? This is someone who has a fear of abandonment. This person would rather be alone than to feel unwanted, if that's weird, right? It's like the Five of Pentacles, it says abandonment, right? It's being left out in the cold, right? Look at the people on a card. Either you felt unsupported by them, or now they're the ones feeling the loss of you. Because I feel like some of you started focusing on yourself, right? This dynamic here became stressful, anxious, headaches, sleepless nights. And you're looking at it like, all for what? I feel like either you felt unsupported by them, or they did. They felt unsupported by you. But I feel like this is your energy. You felt, you Queen of Pentacles, you felt unsupported by this person that you trusted, this person that clearly felt like home, this person that you expected a Four of Wands from, this person that you thought you had the Three of Pentacles with. You felt unsupported by your friend, your lover, your spouse, whoever this person is to you. You felt like they didn't support you. Meanwhile, as the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, we're all about supporting others. And not just supporting others to say it, right? It's supporting others, wanting to see the success of others, genuinely. I feel like this person could have walked away from you, collective, or you feel like this person maybe played games, right? Maybe they thought you'll still be there. I feel like now they're realizing the cost. They realize the cost of playing games with you, playing games with your energy. I mean, you're not someone that comes by every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't run up on this Queen of Pentacles energy all willy-nilly. Like, it just doesn't happen. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is your overall energy, right? So the most important message that I want you guys to grab from this is you need to stand in your independence here. You know that saying, like, someone is always going to choose them, so you damn well better choose yourself. I feel like this applies here. Stand in your independence, your power, your worth, right? As the Queen of Pentacles, they don't chase. They don't beg. And they don't wait on breadcrumbs, because you know your worth. You are a whole loaf of bread on your own, if that makes sense, right? I know I sound kind of cheesy, but I feel like if you stay focused, right, the right love will recognize and match that energy. They're not coming in trying to drain that energy. They're not coming in trying to create some confusion or have player energy or manipulate or play games or talk behind your back or just watch you and not do nothing. Like, it's that saying that I learned, like, in school, right? It's what is it? You could never say the wrong thing to the right person, no matter how dumb you think you sound. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person. So you're in your Nine of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you are happy, single, right? You don't mind being on your own. You're not chasing. This person is probably confused with why you're not chasing them, why you're not reaching out, why they don't have that same effect on you that they possibly have on others, where they do the push and pull dynamic and they have people chasing them, because you're in your Nine of Pentacles. You know your worth. A lot of you are already successful, you know. You're not looking for a handout. You're looking to have a partner, right? All right, let's pull another card. Let's see what's going on here. Give me more for my collective. The King of Pentacles is out here with the Queen of Pentacles. It's a match. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So again, what I'm going to say is the situation that's happening between you and this, I'm going to have to say twin flame energy here. It was meant to happen. Whether you feel like it's working out in your benefit or not, you were meant to learn a lesson here. I feel like this person came into your life to teach you a lesson. And let's just see. Ooh, you hear that? Let's just see what the lesson is. What's the lesson? The Queen of Wands. Passion, determination, attractive, effort, confident, self-assured. Huh? I hope this is making sense. I feel like, though, with the, I don't know why I'm focusing on the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords, but I feel like someone regrets losing you. This person know they intentionally was being deceptive. They know they were being deceptive or inconsistent. They know they weren't giving you what you required, what you deserve. But this person wants to come in. They, for some strange reason, this person still want reconciliation with you and stability, because the Four of Wands is here and the Ten of Pentacles. This person, they're watching you quietly, right? They're debating how to come back. I feel like with the Page of Swords being here, they're trying to figure out how, you know, what are they going to say? How are they going to make that move to come in? Because for some of you, you put up boundaries, right? I mean, you should have if you didn't. But I feel like this person feel like things change. It doesn't feel the same. And now, you know, they have to do what they have to do to, I guess, I'm not going to say get back in your good graces, right? But they know whatever dynamic, whatever situation happened between you two, they were the cause of it. They're very much aware of that. They know they were being difficult. And I don't know if this is because they wanted you to prove how much you love them. I feel like maybe this person needs to grow up. But they're watching you. They're definitely watching you. I'm just going to say, collective, listen, I'm going to wrap it up, right? Because I got shit to do. But I'm so happy I managed to get through this reading and the other ones. I am. And I hope this resonates with all of you. But again, don't settle for half efforts, right? If they want you, they'll have to match your energy. Just period. Okay? If they want you, they will match your energy. Just fucking period. I don't know what else to say that. If they want you, they're not going to come in to keep you stuck in a cycle or confused or in some sort of conflict, he said, she said, back and forth, or some form of regret where you're, for some of you, I feel like you even regret even meeting this fucking person. Listen, you're not the abandoned one, right? I feel like for a lot of you, you are the chosen one, okay? So whoever left, whoever lied, whoever wavered, there's regret, okay? They're regretting, and this is a lesson. I feel like for some of you, this could even be a test, right? But I feel like you don't have to worry because you got the 10 of Pentacles out here, the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. You got people that want to work with you. I feel like there's something new coming in for you. You just got to get out your head. All right, give me one more card and then I'm out of here. The 8 of Wands. So this person is coming in. They want to talk to you. They want to balance the situation with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. They want a new cycle with you with the World card out here. The 8 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the World card. This person wants to come in. They want to balance things out. They want to make things right. They know they fucked up. All right, collective, listen. Thank you for joining me in the ethers. Here's your energy update, and I'll catch you next time. Ciao.